Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mixed Messages production studio, where high speeds and reckless acts can make you famous. I'm Matt. This is my partner, Kevin, and we are here today to talk to you about one of the most common subjects that we have discussed from our viewing audience.
And that is, how do we catch distracted drivers?
Right. Okay. And so this is probably, as I said, maybe the single most common question that we get asked.
Well, outside of what's the craziest thing we've seen a distracted driver doing.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get that one. So with that in mind, this isn't going to be probably the most exciting video that our viewers are going to see. Yeah. But it's very important. This is a critical subject, and for real world application, this is going to be one of the most important things. So with that in mind, what kind of advice would you have for people who are thinking about starting to do some of their own filming?
Well, Matt, we've been doing this for a long time, and we've gotten hundreds of clips. And one of the things I think we both noticed right off the bat was that our primary focus had to be on safety. You can't just get in your car and go drive around looking for people not paying attention.
Right.
It doesn't work that way. I mean,
right.
Let's face it. These are people that are driving down the highway at speed.
Yeah.
They're playing on their phones, reading newspapers. I mean, you can think of some of the things that we've seen over the years while we've been doing this. I mean, it's crazy. So I think it's best for people to start with a plan.
Okay. All right. And so people are looking to formulate a plan for how they're going to do their filming. What sort of things are they going to be taking into account?
Well, the first thing they need to do is figure out when and where they're going to film, whether it be while they're carpooling to and from work or while they're running errands. But the most important part, I believe, is how they do it. The first thing, you want to get good footage,
right.
so the world gets to see.
Yeah.
And of course, obviously, the most important is going to be doing it in a safe manner.
Okay.
So.
All right. So with all the things that are going to come into account trying to get all that accomplished, you want to just go ahead and go out into the field and just take a ride?
Why don't we just go for a ride and we'll just show our viewers how we do it?
Okay.
All
right.
Let's go.
That. Now that we're out in the field, let's start with some basics. So you're out and about, you notice a distracted driver. Don't do this. We mentioned starting with a plan. Well, the easiest and the cheapest plan is either have a passenger or be a passenger yourself and use the camera on your phone to film. This method actually works pretty well depending on your phone. It's best to put the window down if you can. Otherwise, you get reflection off the glass like this. Also, do your best to keep the camera stable, as a shaky video is almost impossible to work with. Oh, that is nasty. Anyway, if you're driving alone, you can still help, but you shouldn't use any method that occupies your attention. You can get a suction cup mount to hold the phone, or invest in a small action camera if you want to step it up a notch.
Ow!
Whatever method you use, you should be able to start and stop recording simply by touching a button. And as a driver, you should never have to manipulate the camera. You mad, bro? Okay, so back in studio, we've covered how to film by yourself, how to film with passengers, but it still doesn't cover the question that we get a lot, which is you guys get some of these really detailed clips where you're able to see a lot, you're able to get some good zooms and things like that. So what advice do you have for people who are trying to get these better quality films?
Well, if you want to get some of these images, kind of like what we've been getting, I mean, you can always upgrade your gear. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's always better cameras and lenses available. The advent of 4K filming has obviously been a blessing for us,
right.
A huge blessing.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you take this equipment and you put it in the hands of a passenger that's got just a little bit of experience, maybe a little bit of practice, I think you'd be really surprised at the quality of the clips that you can get.
Okay. All right. And it also, to me, it definitely makes carpooling a lot more fun.
A lot more fun, yes, just a little.
And on the subject of carpooling, that brings to mind the note that we wanted to pass along to our viewers, which is, you know, a lot of the times the way we figure out that we've got a potential candidate, somebody who's distracted while they're behind the wheel, is
Drifters.
Yeah, the drifters, the erratic driving patterns, the people who can't figure out what speed they want to go. They're swerving over correctly.
I'm drunk. No, I'm not drunk.
Right.
Oh, I'm drunk again.
And so when, you know, to our viewers, when you see this, you know, that's your tip that you're ready to do some filming. But now is the time when you're looking at this to say, what is the speed? What is the traffic conditions like? What are the weather conditions like?
Yeah. No clip is worth a wreck ever.
Right. So you're gonna want to take into account all the factors before you go trying to film. But I mean, in all honesty, we let a lot of these people go.
Most of them.
Don't lose your mind chasing after somebody who's a speed demon. Don't weave through traffic because you're trying to get a look in a wandering vehicle.
And don't underestimate the amount of damage a car can do.
Right. So with that being said, I think we've said about all we need to say for
I
our
think that
safe
about wraps
filming
it up for
episode.
today. Yeah.
So to everybody out there, you know, be safe. Hopefully you guys get some quality footage. We like
Send us some submissions.
Yes,
We want to see them.
We'll see your video submissions.
Yeah, but we don't want to see craziness on the news. So let's keep it on the up and up.
Yeah. So for everybody out there, everybody here at the Mixed Messages Production Studio, I'm Matt.
I'm Kevin.
And which side of the camera will you be on?
Yeah, the right side. See you next time. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Headshot, take 3.
Ow!
Headshot, take 9.
I laughed.